yeah. Alright, I wish I had Kanan sitting right here with me singing, waving the flag, it'd be perfect. Alright, so it's Daryl here, loving the bike, of course, and coming to you from downtown Austin today. Let me show you. Looking good. Now I wanted to show those flags because it just kind of represents what I want to talk about today. Now, the flags look beautiful, of course, the Lone Star and the Stars and Stripes, even though I'm from Canada, still very beautiful to me as well. So, what I wanted to talk about was some important tips when it's windy out there. Now I went for a ride today here in Austin and the wind gusts were up to 35 miles an hour, which is getting up there now, not too crazy. I'm sure that cyclists are pretty crazy and they cycle in any kind of weather, maybe in hurricane weather, so they're going to be out there no matter what. But the one thing to keep in mind, or actually a couple of things to keep in mind, is when you're out there cycling, you should really try hard to stay kind of farther away from the left hand of your riding lane as you can. I was doing that today. I was kind of getting close to the left hand side. Any of you UK people or people from the Caribbean that drive on the left, I guess that would apply to your right side, just so you know. I was getting a little bit close, and a couple times a big gust came through and man, like blew me over the line, and if there was a car coming I would be in a little bit of trouble. So cyclists, keep that in mind. If it's windy, just make sure that you know that a gust could blow you over, especially if you're a little guy like me, or if you're maybe a female. A lot of you bigger guys might not feel the gusts as much, but something to keep in mind. Another thing you want to think about is when you're taking a sip of water from your bottle, you're going to let go with one hand, and you're not going to be as strong on your controls with the handlebar. So you want to make sure that you really, really pay attention, because if a gust comes up at that point, it could blow you over as well. So stay safe out there, my friends. And drivers, keep that in mind as well. If you do see cyclists, you know, on a windy day, there's a crosswind, and they're getting kind of close to that lane between you and the biking lane. Just make sure you give them more than 3 feet if you can, because if a gust came and they blew over like I did today, and there's a car there, we're talking trouble. So make sure, drivers, you are aware as well. Another thing to keep in mind too is when you are cycling, even with that, like I'm getting blown over here, you might not even be able to hear me. If you're on a highway and there's like a lot of big semi trucks and that sort of thing driving around, they blow a lot of wind at you too. So if it's a windy day, it's just doubling the amount of wind. Sometimes, if you know, depending which way the wind's going, they can kind of block that wind for a second, and then when they get out of your block, the wind comes back at you. So really just keep your head on straight, pay attention to the wind. Get out there anyways, man. Don't let wind be your excuse to not ride, but get out there, have a good time. Let me end off again with one more shot of the nice Lone Star and the Stars and Stripes, y'all. Peace.